Well, hello, all you cowboys and Indians. It's Outlaw Shaver here, and for today's shave, I'm going to be using a hand-forged Genco, which was made in Bradford, Pennsylvania. Now, to my understanding, this blade was probably made by the W.R. Case brothers, and which later came W.R. Case and Sons, and made this. I believe they made this for Genco as a subcontractor at the time. I enjoy it. It's kind of rustic. You can see the peen marks up in the tang where they hit it with a hammer. So that kind of makes it a little bit unique to me for at least what you would call at the time a production razor. Also, I wanted to introduce a new soap here called Brown Derby. Now, many of you may know what the Brown Derby is. Not only a hat, but it is a little cafe in California, in Hollywood, where they, I guess they started out sometime around the late 20s, early 30s, but maybe it was a little hole in the wall, but it ended up being pretty famous because there was quite a few actors and actresses from the Hollywood scene that showed up there on a regular basis. And I believe there's probably a few cowboy actors as well. Also, Brown Derby, at their namesake, has become a cocktail drink, which was created at the Brown Derby. And so that's what we followed here for a scent profile. It has scents of bourbon, grapefruit, honey, and charred oak. So if you know what a Brown Derby is for a cocktail drink, you'll probably enjoy this. Has a real good top note of grapefruit, but then you smell that whiskey bourbon scent in there with a little bit of that charred oak. So we're going to use this. I already put some in a bowl and whipped it up just to kind of save on time a little bit. I'm using actually I am using a new brush here that I got, which is a Maggard synthetic. I believe it's only a 22 millimeter, but doggone that thing whips up a good lather. I think I need to add a little bit of water here to it. And then we'll go ahead and get underway. And maybe just a bit more. Yeah, that's about right. All right, we'll go ahead and get started here. And as with most lathers I do for a straight razor shave, I do like it just a little bit thinner, where it's just almost falling off the brush. That seems to me to be about the right consistency to let the razor itself glide and not stick to your face. Well, how's everybody's weekend been? Mine was pretty busy. Spring is coming on. We're preparing the ground for some new planting and out on the farm. So I spent most of my weekend out and about getting soil turned over and getting it ready probably going to start planting some squash to begin with. Well, here we go with this. I don't know if any of you all who are in the straight razor shaving hobby have tried the Gencos or not, but they're just, to me, they're an amazing piece of steel. They'll really take a good edge and hold it. I've most of the time gotten pretty good shaves smooth with a Genco. And one of my favorite designs that they make is what they call the Doroma. You can hear that feedback on there pretty well. This is a at least a 3/4 hollow grind on it. Not nearly a full, but it's enough to make that blade thin enough to really sound off when it hits the whiskers or when it cuts. Go ahead and wet down here. I'm finding that I'm actually preferring the smaller knots. I've got some 24, 26, 28, and 26 and 28 seems to be pretty good for if I'm going to do a head shave. It covers it pretty quick. But for the face, I like a 22 to 24. I'm still trying to see how long I can keep the fact of the matter is, right now it seems like it's become a little bit annoying, but I do like the look of it. I'm gonna see just how much I can tolerate. If I could get one of those big long handlebars like J.C. Wetzel, but who knows, I might not even be used to it by then. Most of my life I've probably been more clean shaven rather than or maybe with a goatee, uh, usually because of work and the what they expected of us. I think part of it had to do with the ability to use a dust mask or a respirator, and if you've got a beard or anything like that, they usually don't seal off good enough. Now I'm going to go ahead and do the final pass. I decided I will do a against the grain. don't know what y'all are doing tomorrow, but I'm gonna be riding the tractor again. Providing the weather holds good. All right, folks, that's a shave. And I'll be using some Osage rub. That stuff will really put the fire to it right at first, but it feels pretty good after a couple of minutes. Nice cooling effect. So again, the shave was a Genco made by the Case brothers. Let me wash this out. A Maggard synthetic 22 millimeter. And Brown Derby. Bourbon, grapefruit, honey, and charred oak. Very nice. And I hope you all enjoyed the shave. Hope you all enjoy your weekend. And we'll see you the next time around.